English Department.
Muhammadiyah University of Sidoarjo, Campus 1. We are going to present performance-based assessment.
I'm gonna give you my heart, 'cause you're a sky.
Based on our understanding, performance-based assessment is kind of assessment that uses the test taker or student's performance we want to measure.
There are some examples of performance-based assessment. We have 4, and the first is group project. It provides students time to work together with their friends in solving a complex problem. There will be research, students' presentation, and etc. Teacher can assess students' performance from their presentation. The second is essay. It is used to measure students' understanding of the lesson through a written description, analysis, explanation, or summary. From the essay, we can know that teachers not only assess students' performance by their performance in front of the class, but also in a written description. The third is experiment testing. It gives students opportunities to show their mastery of subject area contents and procedures, as we know that sometimes students need to do some experiment in order to help them in understand the lesson. The last one is portfolio. Portfolio is a result of student study. It can be paper, students' achievement, or anything. Teacher usually asks students to collect it at the end of the learning process. Portfolio allows students to provide the teacher broad portrait of their performance through a file that contains collection of student work.
There are some strengths of the performance-based assessment. The first is it has great focus. As we know, the traditional assessment assesses the students by answering the question on the paper. It means that traditional assessment assesses the knowledge. It's different to performance-based assessment. It has great focus because it's not only assess the knowledge but also the skill. The second is interesting. Performance-based assessment is interesting because the students tend to be more engaging and challenging in doing the test. Well, the third is the students can be more responsible for their performance. They must be spend much time to read some sources or to search something in the internet. They will do some effort to make their performance great. And the fourth is the student's performance will give some information to the teacher about the students. The last, performance-based assessment is well documented. The way to assess the performance is by using some approaches. It will be discussed later.
The PBA have the weakness, decide into 3 weaknesses such as performance, means the teacher have to make rubric to distinguish the average level and excellent level. The second is takes time. It means that the student needs much time because the student have to perform one by one. The last weakness is more difficult to be implemented in the large class. It means consists for about 50 students, so the teacher can feel difficult to arrange the time.
We have some suggestion here because the teacher have to decide the grade of performance to distinguish the average performance to the excellent one, so the teacher have to set up the rubric. In performance-based assessment, all of the students have to perform their performance, so the teacher have to set up the time to make it effective. The teacher have to make time allocation. And the last suggestion is motivation. Because not all of students have confidence or encouragement in doing performance in front of the class or in front of the people. So the teacher have to give them motivation.
Now we are on assessing the performance. Here we have 4 points. The first is checklist approach. On checklist approach, the teachers need to give checklists on their scoring rubric. The teacher just give checklists without any scores. And the second is about rating scale. Rating scale is a group of score on scoring rubric. Scoring rubric is a table that consists of some categories that the teacher needs to give the scores of the student performance. Usually, this is not consist of nominal, but alphabet. I will give you example. If your student gets score like 90, it means that the categories of your student is on A level. So, you will got on writing scale A. And now it's about narrative. Narrative is like the report of the students from the teachers. The teachers on the kindergarten always use this thing. Narrative can help the teachers to evaluate the performance. And the last is about memory. The teacher just memorized the student performance. The teacher didn't take any note. So it's not recommended from any teachers because sometimes they will forget about the student's performance.
Okay guys, we are done with our explanation and now we will show you about the examples of using performance-based assessment. Check it out.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine too. I think I have told you before that you will have speaking test today, right?
Yes.
Okay. And this is what we are going to do. I will sit down here and you have to present your performance one by one. And you have to what? Describe
Our friend.
Okay, describe one of your friends, right?
Yes.
But before we go further, I will show you the speaking rubric. We have 5 aspects here. I will tell you in bahasa. The first is pengucapan, and the second is tata bahasa. The third is kosakata. And we have pelajaran and the last pemahaman. So, are you ready? Yes. Okay, who wants to
Linda.
Yes.
Okay guys, I'm standing in here. I will describe my friend. I choose Linda.
Linda, okay, Linda, please help her.
Yes. I will describe about her. She wear dress and her dress have flower motif pattern. And she wear red blazer and she wear pink head cover. And about her face,
Okay.
I think Linda has a small eyes and pointed nose. Maybe.
Really?
And
What about her lips? Her lips? Her lips?
sexy.
Oh my god, so sexy! Okay,
That's all.
Okay, that's all. Give a applause for Linda!
Okay guys, that's our example about performance-based assessment.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the